Hello, and a massive hello to everybody. How's everybody doing? Rocking and rolling in a free world. Hope everybody's having a great weekend wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. 50 pips, rocking and rolling, 15th of July, 2018. So let's do this. Should be an interesting week. We continue to maintain that the markets are severely complacent and laughing in the face of geopolitical or geoeconomic risk. But it is what it is. So we have some interesting data points throughout the week, and probably the most interesting thing is going to be Powell testimony. So let's see what we get. One of the most interesting things is the action on the Russell in terms of equities. And when you see this kind of repeated failure at highs, there's a very good chance that you get some continuation to the downside. So our base case is still that this is going to resolve lower. We'll have to see. But as long as these highs hold, we think the short-term top is in and we have to correct lower. Now, let's just remember, markets are still very, very heavy in Asia. And as long as you don't see the, China starting to catch a bid, there's always a risk that you'll get some kind of nasty surprise out of Asia or emerging markets. So keep an eye on the Shanghai Composite. Our base case is as long as we're not back above 3,000, we're not out of the woods yet. Should this trade back above 3,000, then we would think also U.S. equities have the potential to really sustain a good rally. Now, going back to U.S. equities, ES, keep an eye on the 2,800 level. Big bull-bear line for the week. Bullish above, bearish below. NASDAQ. As long as we hold the break higher, there's very little edge in trying to get short. Bid. If we hold below, then we think it could start to accelerate lower. And YM, it's all about action around the 25,000, bull-bear line, bullish above, bearish below. Now in terms of equities, remember we've got Netflix reporting on Monday. So that's going to be very, very interesting. As we've been highlighting all week, this is the nicest short on the equities. This topping pattern at highs with these clusters of the market going nowhere with a gap up and then a gap down, gap up and then a gap down can get ugly if you get follow through. And if this cannot sustain a rally post earnings, we think there is an awful lot of room for this to move to the downside. Now, gold, we've been discussing about this for a while, and guys who are on the video updates, heads up, because as soon as my voice is better, I'm going to do a longish video on an interesting way to play gold. But here you see you've got daily trying to hold this level. Our base case was still that maybe we're going to see a big flush, but for now it's just doing nothing. But if it's going to bounce, this is a great place for it to bounce because you've got this nice support on the daily. On the weekly, you've got the 200 week, and on the monthly, see, you've got the 50. So when we talk about a flush, what that would mean is this could trade very low, aggressively below, but if the monthly doesn't close below the 50, this could still be attempting the rotation higher. It means that on an intra-week level, this could get ugly to the downside, but unless it closes below the 200 on the week, it could just be a flush. So again, we think this is a very, very interesting chart also as we head into interesting seasonals for gold. And then the other piece of the puzzle is the DXY, right? Now, and this is pretty much going to depend, is euro going to hold that rotation higher? Is cable going to hold that constructive action on the weekly? Is CAD going to continue to retrace lower, right? And that's basically all down to this DXY chart. We're not going to try and be too fancy here. If we're looking at it, day, weekly closes above, it could really squeeze 97s, 98s. But unless we get a good, strong day, week close above, our base case is still, and hasn't changed, that this is topping. We need to take out these stops, we need to take out these stops, and we have to resolve back into mid-range. And then we can continue this discussion. So that's pretty much where we are. That's pretty much what's going on. Again, I'm going to cut it a little bit short because my voice is still playing up. So let's see what we get. Wishing everybody an awesome week ahead. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Have an awesome one. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.